We are near.
Well, guys, the Wizards.
David, thanks. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Bismack Biyombo, Washington out there at Bridges. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Rozier in at the 1 spot. And for the Wizards, Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. Graham finds Washington. And here is Rozier. 5 to shoot. Biyombo with it. Now Beal defending. And the shot falls short this time.
And talk about playing small. Last year, Charlotte had Rozier and Devontae Graham on the floor together for much of the time. Both players right around 6'1". But you know what? They held their own.
And that one's good. Hachimura. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Knocks it loose. Rozier with the steal. Deflects the pass. Charlotte moving it around. Now here's Biyombo, covered by Wall. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. Sweet little floater.
Count the players on one hand more dangerous in transition than John Wall.
We played just over a minute here in the first. And of course, Rozier played a fair amount of off guard before he came to Charlotte.
And Kevin, back in Boston, he learned how to move without the ball, where to spot up. And those may have been hard lessons early on, but the development paid off. Rozier's become a much more versatile talent.
Outside, Beal. The Hornets pull it in. Biyombo, the pass to Washington. Back to Biyombo, to the middle. And then Washington with the dunk.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now, here's Wall. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wall's got his second bucket of the game to go. Graham kicks to Bridges. Graham dishes to Biyombo. Back to Graham. Those 3 pointers off the mark. For Washington, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
What an outstanding pass, and Bradley Beal has come such a long way as a playmaker.
To the paint. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. 2 points, that one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Beal can't get it to go.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Bridges. Tips it. It's good on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Now here's Wall. 6 points for him. Inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, the athleticism and ferocity with which John Wall plays the point guard position. And you add that to the frame he brings to the table, and look out.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Gary Payton has checked in for John Wall. Smith outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And the Wizards making a change here. Wagner's checked in. Smith right side. The shot's good. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Washington passes to Graham. Batum scanning the floor. Back to Graham. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Payton passes to Brown. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw good from Washington. Good on both. And it's Washington's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. It's Wagner atop the key. Brown outside. Back to Wagner. And stolen by Zeller. Bacon gets the bucket. Bacon's got it back down to within single digits for the Hornets. Here's Payton. Oh, close the buzzer-beating dunk. John Wall getting it done for Washington. He notched 8 points in the... And we chatted with Bradley Beal recently, who touched upon...
Being yourself, being...
You know, Greg, it goes without saying just how important playing at home is.
It's a matter of pride, making your opponent feel uncomfortable. 2 advantages that erode when you lose in your own house.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
Travis Berton's out there with Brown. Then there's Mo Wagner. Then there's Ish Smith. And it's Payton in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Here's Bacon. Over in the corner, Batum. Just 4 to shoot. Releases. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Wizards leading by 10.
And at last year's trade deadline, it surprised some people that Bertans was one of the hottest names out there.
Right. Bertans goes from a guy who was getting limited minutes in San Antonio to playing around 30 per game for Washington. There were reports that suggested the Wizards were asking for at least 1 first-round pick and maybe a sweetener. Boy, does that show you the value of a sweet shooting big man.
And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. And it's Wagner missing.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Here's Payton. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Graham finds Zeller. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Zeller's got his first basket.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Back to Payton. Smith on the wing. For the 3. That shot, no good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here is Smith. 6 points for him. Yep, that one goes in there.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Hornets trail by 10. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Graham's got his second bucket of the night.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And there's the pass to Bertens. The three ball. Hits it from three-point range. Bertans got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Biyombo is checked in for Zeller. Bridges comes in for Dwayne Bacon. Martin's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Rozier in for Devontae Graham. Here's Beal. Miles Bridges picking up that last basket. The drive by Beal. That's tipped.
And the impact Bridges makes on the defensive end, showing he's not to be messed with.
Charlotte moving the ball around. Beal with it. And it's Martin picking him up. And finished off by Beal.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And then Washington with the dunk.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
Beal gets a wide open look. That one wide left.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Feeds to Bridges. Washington with it. Mahimi on him. Here's Bryant. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Hornets trail by 9. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Rozier the pass to Washington. Missed inside.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
They get a hand on it. Right side Beal, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And that is a foul. It's on the Charlotte Hornets. Washington shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
We are talking about an elite two-guard. Bradley Beal can shoot it. He can guard virtually any position on the floor, and his ability to elevate his playmaking skills has changed the equation.
Biyombo, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so, all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He had 8 points and 1. And that.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Hornets, Bismack Biyombo is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Miles Bridges. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Rozier in at the 1.
And Doris, don't forget a consensus All-American in his final year of college. Hachimura scoring almost 20 points a game.
Yes, Greg. He helped the Gonzaga Bulldogs to 37 wins in each of his last 2 years, and obviously played in some big-time games. Was asked to step up in key moments, and he delivered.
Now, here's Washington. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. And it's Graham missing. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. To the inside.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And it's sent back by Bryant.
Boy, you'd love to see more of this from Thomas Bryant. He has the length necessary to send shots back.
From 12 feet out, and there's Bradley Beal on the assist by Wall. Beal's got 6.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And the shot goes in.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridge is also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
To the right side. Bryant up top. Bridges with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Graham. Rozier controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
This is what Terry Rozier gives you. Out of the point guard position, the willingness to rebound the position. That's part of his appeal.
Now here's Beal. He has 6.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
And the dunk by Graham.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group. That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Biyombo finds Bridges. Charlotte moving the ball around. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. So for the Wizards, Mo Wagner's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Bertanis comes in for Rui Hachimura. And it's Ish Smith in for John Wall. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Batum's checked in.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Bridges dishes to Biyombo. Now, here's Bridges. Defense is right there. Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Biyombo.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
And here we go. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Back to Bridges. Pass to Rozier. Wants to get it to Biyombo and does. Down low. The kick out to Rozier. Shot clock at 5. Bertans against Batum. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Out to the right wing. Bonga, the pass to Wagner. Here's Bonga. The shot by Bertans. Nobody around. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
To the middle, here's Biyombo. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Biyombo's got 6 points in the quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Beal taking his time here. Out left to the wing. Here's Bonga. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Bonga's got his second basket of the game. Biyombo dishes to Graham. To the paint, and stolen by Wagner. It'll count. He's off on that one. And so it's the Washington Wizards in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Troy Brown. Bradley Beal is out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Ian Mahimi. And it's Smith in at point guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now here is Smith. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 9.
You do not have to be a gifted scorer. Ian Mahimi willing to create offense, working hard on the offensive window.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Brown. After the basket by Charlotte. The three from Bertans. Zeller grabs the board.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And no good. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
To the inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Washington passes to Bacon. Back to Washington. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Hachimura. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First free throw is good. Beal's checked in for Washington. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Off by Beal.
I'll tell you, it's not just the jumper you've got to concern yourself where Bradley Beal is concerned. How about that finish?
Pass to Zeller. Out to the wing. Inside. It's stolen by Bryant. And stolen by Zeller. Pass to Washington. Bridges against Wall. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Bacon's shot is off. Beal, the shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's a 9-point Wizards lead.
Well, Bradley Beal has turned himself into more than just a perimeter shooter. This guy can go off the dribble drive. He can score at the rack. That's nice.
Rozier, the pass to Bacon. And again, the Hornets missing.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Here's Beal. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Wizards lead by 11.
Thomas Bryant is a problem on the offensive backboards. This guy's big and skilled, and you better box him out.
And it's Washington missing. Washington's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Washington.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
The shot by Beal, no good. So Rozier will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by 11. That one misses, and the Wizards now going the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Beal can't get it to go.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Step back shot. Jump shot is good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good. An air of confidence to the Suns as they arrived earlier today. Clank, now it's ended.
Well, Kevin.
Special talent indeed. David, thank you. Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Washington out there with Bridges. Then there's Devontae Graham. Don't go away. It's Friday night and live. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks.
Thank you, D.A. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Washington out there with Miles Bridges. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the two-guard spot. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the three, the small forward. Now, here's Bridges. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You know, spacing the floor is so important in today's NBA. So Bridges' three-point ability, it fits right now.
And one of the things that stands out when you see Bridges, that explosive leaping ability.
But yeah, he gets off the ground quickly and makes adjustments in mid-air. There's a smoothness to his athleticism. He's still putting it all together, but there's a lot to work with.
Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Bridges passes to Graham. Count it.
Oh, great ball movement from Bridges there. I mean, the self-awareness, the selfless attitude leading to the wide open shot.
Over in the corner, Paul. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bridges passes to Washington. Up again. Charlotte gets it back. They shoot again. He lays it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Unhindered, going all the way. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Paul with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Out to Gallinari. There's the pass to Dort. This is to Adams. A second chance effort. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Washington finds Rozier. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Alert play on the part of Washington. He's a much stronger player when he shows the type of awareness and unselfishness.
Adams' shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Bridges against Gallinari. Back to Bridges. It's stolen by Adams, and pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, look, I've always thought that the way Paul leads his team is impressive. He's always talking, giving instruction. I guess he's a real player coach.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Zeller, who's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. And Noel throws it down.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Well, we know for Chris Paul, Greg, it's nothing new to lead, but on Oklahoma City last year, he had to do it without being surrounded by superstars.
You know, that's okay. Paul's a guy who wants to set the table. You have to have the ball to do that, and he's at his best when directing traffic and making his teammates better.
Here's Ferguson, and they take the lead. Noel's got 6.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Tries to save it, and Charlotte turns it over again.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Out to the right wing. Diallo, no good. The Hornets trail. Washington inside. He's guarded by Schroeder. Taking the pass to Washington. Down low and stolen by Noel. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the first. Diallo kicks to Muscala. Passes it to Ferguson. Now the feed to Noel. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
The defense is aggressive on him, but when you're giving up that much height, there's only so much you can do.
Here's Washington. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Strong inside play from Washington. I mean, he gets it to go in with the aggressive play.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one's good. Noel.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
There's 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. And stolen by Noel. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Ferguson. He's looking for Noel and finds him.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Back right at. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, Mike Muscala out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Ferguson in at the small forward. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Hornets trail by 8. Bacon the pass to Zeller. The jump hook. Gallinari with the rebound. The Thunder shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Adams. Biyombo with the block. And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got his second basket.
An effective scorer when given this positioning. Rozier, he's intelligent at realizing when to try his luck from there.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams, and they're able to recover. Diallo kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Adams.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Biyombo with the block. Here's Bacon. He's guarded by Schroeder. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. No good on the three. Oklahoma City leading by 6.
And thinking back, Biyombo selected 7th overall because of the pre-draft measurements and workouts, which were unreal.
He has a 7'6" wingspan, flashed tremendous speed for his size. But he also has showed a mature, positive attitude. He can speak 5 languages. Scouts came away impressed with his total package.
Here's Biyombo. It's not going to go for him. And the Thunder going the other way now. Back to Schroeder. To the middle. Diallo kicks to Gallinari. Baseline jumper. Zeller grabs the board. Hornets trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Nice feed by Bridges. I mean, since entering the league in 2018, Miles has looked to increase his assist numbers.
Gallinari finds Schroeder. Oklahoma City moving it around. The shake. Biyombo with the block.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocked.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Bridges dishes to Zeller. To the paint. Rozier the pass to Biyombo. Just 5 on the clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. A shot by Zeller, no good.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
To the inside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Charlotte called for the foul.
And the effort level of Gilgeous-Alexander drew rave reviews from his college coach as the hardest worker and most coachable player on the team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Biyombo. Batum comes in for Miles Bridges. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Dwayne Bacon.
Well, if he gets his feet set and you give him time, Zeller can bury that in rhythm.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. Off target with the open look. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Graham with the ball. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder leading by 4. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and here comes Rozier all alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Did you see that speed from Batum, showing the real tenacity on defense to come up with the steal?
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they? He gets that one.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Tight game here in Oklahoma City. Paul left side. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Zeller's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Washington, and then Washington with the dunk.
Serious verticality from Washington. Soars up to the rim and throws it down.
And the pass to Noel. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Paul. Fires the 3. Does not find the basket. His 3rd miss. He's made just 1 so far. Batum finds Washington. And it's blocked. Here's Dort. It's deflected.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes.
It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And we'll be back right.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They were always within stretch. And that'll about...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Nerlens Noel really making a difference here.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
This was a huge bonus for this team. I mean, they weren't expecting it, but they will absolutely.
Oh!
Textbook.
Oh, wow.
In your face.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
You can't keep CP3 down. I mean, even when you body him up.
Biyombo kicks to Graham. Passes to Rozier. Inside. Gallinari with the steal. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder lead by 2. Washington, that's good. Washington's got 10.
Well, a versatile weapon on offense. Washington is great at recognizing when he should look to penetrate.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Thunder. Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
He stands only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Paul passes to Adams. He gets it in there.
The patience Paul shows in the pick and roll game, I mean, it really forces the defense to make a tough decision.
Washington, that's good. 12 points for him.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Bacon's checked in. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
He's off on the first. It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer. That one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
Gallinari dishes to Schroeder, and the shot goes down. Schroeder's got his second bucket.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Ferguson. And Adams kicks to Gallinari. There's the three. Hornets with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Down low. Here's Graham. That shot is off. And the Thunder going the other way now. Batum against Schroeder. Charlotte in the lead. Biyombo, the pass to Bridges. Now here's Graham. He feeds it to Biyombo. And the dunk by Biyombo.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Bacon. Pass to Biyombo. Charlotte moving the ball around. And Graham throws it down hard.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
There's the pass to Bacon. Takes a three. And Devontae Graham good for three. Graham's got 11 points.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D is struggling to keep up.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one. That free throw, no good. For the Thunder, Merlin's Noel checks in for Diallo. Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Zeller, he's checked in for the Hornets. Washington comes in for Bridges. Here's Washington, and Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Hall's checked in, and a switcher also for Charlotte. Rozier's checked in. A nice shot by Zeller.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Hall, an easy 2 points on the layup. 8 points for him.
And they're showing much more focus here
In the second half, more effort as well, and their offense starting to show signs of life.
Passes it to Bacon. To the paint. Washington kicks to Rozier. Outside Batum, and stolen by Noel. That one doesn't drop. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Hornets ahead, leading by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Noel is out there with Mike Muscala. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's George in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Muscala. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Noel. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Rozier for 3. They get the rebound. Outside for Batum. To the middle. Pass to Washington. Tries again. Here's Zeller. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Paul passes to Noel. It's deflected.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back. Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
On the wing, Batum. Washington passes to Zeller, and that one drops for him. Zeller's got the lead up to 8 now for Charlotte.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
A shot by Paul, no good. The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Down low, poked away. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Dort, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Bacon the pass to Washington. Here's Bacon. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
Now a veteran in this league, Batum does a little bit of everything, including offer guidance and support for his younger teammates.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Gallinari's checked in. The Hornets also changing it up. Biombo, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. Bridges comes in for Dwayne Bacon. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Rozier looking around. Bridges passes to Biombo. Here's Washington. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Rozier with the steal. Pass to Graham. Makes it off the glass. Graham's got 9 points now in just the second half.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Washington's got 7 now in this quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by Biyombo. Washington with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. Graham kicks to Rozier. Back to Graham. Rozier the pass to Biyombo. 4 on the shot clock. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Charlotte. Out to the right wing. Graham gets a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Hornets lead by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Hornets.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And it's Paul missing.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul outside. To the left wing. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Adams' shot is off. And it's the Hornets' ball. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Yep, it counts.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Paul passes to Adams. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Now, I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career. It never gets old.
The pass to Graham. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Baisley. He goes up again. A second chance effort. And rejection by McDaniels. Outside, Martin. Banked in off the glass.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
And so it's
Kevin. The Knicks have...
A little patience indeed. That's interesting. Thank you, David. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Devontae Graham is out there with Terry Rozier. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Washington in at the 4. And for New York, Julius Randle is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Payton in at the 1 spot. Harkless, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is the court awareness that gives you great hope for R.J. Barrett. He's a scorer, but if he can complement that with passing, look out, folks.
Washington, that's good. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand.
And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, R.J. Barrett wants to get in transition and get a basket before the defense can settle in.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
Rozier, the pass to Biyombo. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Count it. Washington's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Randle with the bucket. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kevin. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
The Knicks making a switch here. Bullock's checked in. For New York, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Shots good by Gibson.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Biyombo in the post, covered by Payton. Bridges, no one around him. Here's Biyombo. Three-pointer. Goes up again. Graham finds Rozier. Just 5 to shoot. Washington passes to Bridges. Charlotte no good that time either. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's foul number 2 for him. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Zeller, he's checked in for the Hornets. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Bullock passes to Randle. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Graham. Lays it up off the glass.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
New York leading by 4. Now Bullock. And there's the pass to Harkless. Randle down low. Washington's on him. Randle dishes to Robinson. Can't cash in from close range.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And here's Bullock. Payton outside. Robinson against Zeller. Out to Payton. Back to Robinson. That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist.
Well, you want Mitchell Robinson to finish with strength and authority, and he does there.
Here's Washington. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Washington's got his third basket of the night right there.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Randall, and stolen by Graham. And Zeller kicks to Bridges, and it's blocked.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Was shot by Peyton, no good. Charlotte trailing. To the paint. Washington passes to Zeller. Now, here's Bridges. To the inside. Here's Graham. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
That's tipped. Pass to Harkless. Here's Bullock, and here is Robinson. Defended by Bridges. Randall passes to Robinson, and the basket is good.
Well, concentration right there. Mitchell Robinson refuses to let the defense have the last word. Nicely done.
Graham finds Zeller. Bullock with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Randall with the bucket.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
And they pick up two. 1 second left. The shot missing. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Knicks out front. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what was a...
I hate losing, but
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least is an amateur grip.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Batum is out there with Devontae Graham. And it's Bacon in at the 3. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. New York called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Well, showing off that athleticism is Bismack Biyombo. That's an easy one.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Wayne Ellington. You know, discussing Biyombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, isn't it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes? Only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally. That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And the Hornets making a change here. Rozier's checked in. For New York, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Frank Ntilikina brings outstanding size to the position. It's about playing with confidence and playing under control on the offensive end.
To the wing right side. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zeller passes to Rozier, and Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. And the Knicks making a change here. Robinson's checked in, and a switcher also for Charlotte. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Passes it to Gibson. Knocked away. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Batum leading the charge. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
For the Knicks, Reggie Bullock comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Peyton in for Ntilikina. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Rozier with the steal. Batum passes to Washington. Got that one up quick. Washington's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hornets.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Barrett dishes to Gibson. Wants to get it to Robinson and does. Gibson passes to Robinson. And a fast break now for the Hornets. The shot's good from Bacon. Now it's a 6-point Charlotte lead.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
Here's Washington. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Washington's got 10 points.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
Bacon the pass to Bridges. And Gibson sends it back, but he gets it back. Stolen by Robinson, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. A different look for New York. Randall's checked in for Gibson. Reese Harkless comes in for R.J. Barrett. And Ellington is subbed in for Payton. Washington kicks to Bridges. Now the pass to Rozier. Here's Washington. Randall grabs the board. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Harkless. And Bacon pulls it down. Washington with it. Robinson on him. Washington passes to Rozier. Here's Bacon. It's stolen by Randall. Got it up. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They only had a couple rough stretches as the first. And that.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Knicks trail by 6. Harkless is out there with Randall. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Barrett at the 2. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Bucket is good.
Well, defense is smart to get close to Randall, but he powers through it anyway.
And a star player at Kentucky, Julius Randle, selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early, but Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA, and that, to me, is where he can make his mark.
And the Hornets call time here. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this here at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Randall against Bridges. He dishes it to Biyombo. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Gibson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Knox, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. The Hornets also with a sub. Zeller's checked in. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New York. Barrett. New York, no good that time either.
In order to space the floor effectively for his teammates, he has to finish that one, guys.
And Zeller kicks to Rozier. Back to Zeller. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. 10 points for Cody Zeller.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
Randall passes to Payton. New York moving it around. Randall dishes to Payton. Here's Gibson. Second shot opportunity. Banked in off the glass. Gibson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Taj Gibson has built his NBA game on his ability to rebound the basketball consistently. What a great nose for it he has.
Rozier for 3. Offensive rebound. Biyombo. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Rozier finds Zeller. For 3, Bridges. The Knicks pull it in. Here's Knox. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Payton against Rozier. And stolen by Zeller. Now here's Graham. Over in the corner, Rozier. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Barrett. The Hornets pull it in. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Zeller with it. Now Payton defending. Back to Zeller. Pass to Biyombo. Graham in the corner. Kicks it to Bridges. 6 to shoot. Back to Graham. Dishes it to Bridges. He can't get it to go. And New York will come the other way.
It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, Taj Gibson is the perfect team player. This guy is so good at taking quality shots.
Bridges passes to Rozier. Zeller dishes to Bridges. Can't hit from in close. Feeds it to Randall. The layup missed. Hornets leading by 4. On the left block, a nice shot by Zeller.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Randall passes to Gibson, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Inside, it's stolen by Randall. And a fast break now for New York. Bridges with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Rozier for 3 with the putback. Great positioning on the putback. Biyombo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hornets.
We call that persistence, folks. Bismack Biyombo is a force on the offensive glass. Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Washington out there with Bacon. Then there's Batum. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Biyombo at the 5.
Ntilikina may not be the prototypical lead guard, but he puts it on time and on target right there.
Graham kicks to Batum. Here's Bacon. Pass to Washington. To the middle. Wants to get it to Biyombo and does. Washington passes to Graham. On the clock. The 3. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Ellington, and the Knicks good for 2.
Boy, not nearly tough enough inside on the defensive end. They made that all too easy for him.
To the paint. Here's Biyombo. That one doesn't go. The Knicks go the other way with it. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Harkless is checked in for New York. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet. Good night.
Washington, that's good.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Harkless dishes to Robinson. Back to Harkless. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Down low. There's Bacon. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Bullock passes to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And then Washington with the dunk.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Harkless the pass to Portis. And that one drops. Portis has got 4 this quarter.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Graham the pass to Bacon. And here is Washington. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Graham, the pass to Washington. And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. It's checked in for Reggie Bullock. Here's Rozier. The shot from the low post is good. And the Hornets lead by 1.
A great sign of how confident Rozier is. He wants to be the leader, and you need your leader to come through with buckets like that.
Payton kicks to Barrett. Payton against Rozier. Barrett, that's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
R.J. Barrett might be young, but he does not shy away from the big moments. Good delivery, young sir.
Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Payton kicks to Harkless. Gibson against Zeller. Gibson passes to Harkless. The feed to Barrett. Count it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
It's good!
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now, you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now here's Harkless. Defended by Bridges. Payton passes to Harkless. Can't connect from short range. And it's the Hornets' ball. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Bridges kicks to Green. Pass to Zeller. Harkless with the steal. Randall surveying the D. So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up for Greg. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting... Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Oh, I love that story. David, thank you. And now Washington's starting group. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hornets, we've got Devontae Graham. P.J. Washington is out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. Hachimura finds Beal. And finished off by Beal.
See, I love how Beal didn't settle for the layup right there. He made sure to finish it with strength.
And we so often talk about the elite scoring, but Beal's playmaking is now reaching that same level.
Yeah, it just shows you how talented and unselfish he is. All he wants to do is win. I mean, that talent requires help from your teammates. So he uses his vision and instincts and ability to keep them involved. Alert play on the part of Washington. He's a much stronger player when he shows the type of awareness and unselfishness.
Yep, that one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Biyombo. And the layup's good off the glass.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
And it's Wall with the ball for the Wizards. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Come on. How do you contain Beal right there? I mean, at times he just muscles shots in against tough defense.
Graham, the pass to Biyombo. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Wizards have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. To the wing on the left. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Bonga gets the bucket.
Well, they've come out the locker room. Hizza! 4 for 4 to start the night.
Here's Washington. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
A little contact, but Washington stays solid. I mean, he uses some physical play to ensure the bucket.
Here's Beal. Here's Bryant. Washington shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And floor spacing is key for any offense, and that's what makes having a center like Bryant so valuable.
Yeah, G.A., his confidence from beyond the arc grows every year. Has a smooth shot release, nice touch, can pop it right over the top of pretty much any defender. He's only going to get better.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Beal against Graham. Passes it to Bridges. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Beal with the steal. Wall against Graham. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Charlotte making some changes. Zeller comes in for Biyombo. And Bacon subbed in for Miles Bridges. Washington kicks to Zeller. Trying to find Washington. Gets it to him. Pass to Graham. Zeller controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Oh, man, solid on the boards. I mean, Zeller using that 7-foot height, getting his club some second chance points.
Wall attacking. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the lift to be the first one, too.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Look, when Wall is aggressively taking it to the rack like that, it doesn't matter what D you throw at him.
Charlotte moving it around. Bacon the pass to Zeller. Graham in the corner. And here is Rozier. The pass to Washington. Now here's Graham. 5 on the clock. Here's Rozier, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, you gotta love Rozier. Skying up to the dunk. Really seizing the opportunity and capitalizing with his tremendous leaping ability.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Hornets trail by 4. Out left to the wing. Here's Rozier. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Rozier's got his second bucket tonight.
An effective scorer when given this position. Rozier, he's intelligent at realizing when to try his luck from there.
Here's Pertinis. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Rozier, the pass to Zeller. Rebound by Mahinmi. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Washington Wizards. They lead by 4 and finished off by Beal.
Oh, you can't give Beal these lanes. I mean, when you do, he's great at exploiting it.
Here's Washington, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And the Hornets making a change here. Batum's checked in. And then for Washington, Mo Wagner's checked in for Mahinmi. Payton comes in for Beal. And it's Ish Smith in for John Wall. It's his first trip to the line.
And at the charity stripe a season ago, he didn't miss many, 90% on the year. And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Payton. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Bacon. No good on the last second attempt there. Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for Washington. He got into double digits for the quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Charlotte, inside Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Devontae Graham is out there with Batum, and it's Bacon in at the 3 spot. Here's Smith. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what a...
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Smith hits them both.
The resiliency of Smith is something you have to admire. He's bounced around the league, but has finally become a value rotation player.
Biyombo, that's good.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Washington. He's got a pinched nerve in his shoulder, basically a stinger, and he's lost all sense of motion in his arm.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, but fortunately we know he's in good hands, so you hope to see him back on the court soon.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And here is Graham. No points in the game yet for him. Second chance shot. Got a hand on it.
Oh, how about the physical abilities of Wagner? I mean, they make him a potent defender. He mercilessly denies the shot. Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Hornets trail by 9.
And last year, to create cap space for Anthony Davis, the Lakers traded Wagner to the Wizards, and boy, he showed a lot of promise.
Yeah, he became the first player since Yao Ming to score 30 points and pulled out 15 rebounds off the bench. And if you think that was a fluke, why don't you go back and watch the Rising Stars game? He showed he can match up.
Oh, wow!
Nice! Oh, man, he could sky. Kenny, Bridges is an amazing finisher at the rim. He enjoys putting on a little bit of a show.
Here's Washington now. They're on a 12-4 run. Right wing. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the time.
Here's Smith. Got a piece of it. Here's Bacon. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I mean, Batum is so versatile. Not just an efficient scorer, but an amazing passer as well.
Here's Smith. And he makes good on the layup. Smith's got 6 here in this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut back down to 7. The bucket there from Bacon.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Here's Smith. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. And Batum kicks to Bridges. Now, here's Biyombo, guarded closely. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. And some changes here for the Hornets. Zeller, he's checked in for Biyombo. Washington comes in for Dwayne Bacon. And it's Rozier in for Devontae Graham. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for the Wizards. Beal comes in for Payton. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Wagner. Clock at 6. Over Zeller. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 9.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Washington. Oh, that's blocked. The drive by Beal. It's deflected.
Oh, nice defense from Bridges. When he hustles like this, he's capable of swatting shots.
Rozier, the pass to Zeller. Count it. Good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Wizards leading by 7. Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Washington passes to Batum. And Zeller kicks to Rozier. Unloads from 9. The shot off that time. And so it's the Washington Wizards ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job.
Thanks very much, Bradley.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Bradley Beal had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points and 1 steal. And taking... And that...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. Bridges finds Biyombo. Comes up empty from the left block. Washington leading now by 9. Here's Beal, and finished off by Beal.
Oh, no hesitation from Hachimura. Once he spots the open man, gets the ball right to him.
And what scouts loved about Hachimura, physically, he came in NBA ready.
Oh, yeah. GA 6'8", 230, shows excellent strength. Also, being relatively late to the game, he's really never developed any bad habits. That's why he was able to come in and hit the ground running.
Bryant dishes the wall. Kicks it to Beal. Passes it to Bryant. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
But tall players like Bryant have a unique vantage point. It helps him see the open man.
Biyombo, the pass to Bridges. Graham against Beal. Graham with the bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Back to Wall. Over to the left wing. Here's Bonga. Wall with the bounce pass. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Hornets. Malik Monk comes in for Devontae Graham. Beal on the foul.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
A nice shot. Wall.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Rozier, the pass to Biyombo. Now, here's Monk. He's covered by Beal. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. And the Hornets with possession here, trailing by 13. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Wall. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Up top, Brown. Pass to Bertans. Dishes at the wall. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Here's Monk. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on John Wall.
Understanding the shoot-first mentality of Monk. Defense just got a little over-aggressive that time.
For Charlotte, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And some changes here for the Hornets. Zeller, he's checked in for Biyombo. And Bacon subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And a switcher also for Washington. Smith checked in for John Wall. And stolen by Zeller. Oh, and here comes Monk all alone over Smith. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, that's because the big fella Zeller sprinted down the floor with his incredible speed. He's smart at knowing what routes to run in the open floor.
It's Beal on the wing, shoots the 3, and Bacon pulls it down.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving.
Up top, Washington. Bertans defending. Washington kicks to Rozier. Just 5 to shoot. And he jams it with authority.
Well, you need a decision maker to be running the pick and roll, and Rozier is the man for that. He reads the defense very well.
Outside, Beal. He dishes it to Mahinmi. Back to Beal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Washington shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Wow, a phenomenal talent. I mean, when you think about the competitive flair Bill plays with, it's just awesome.
The kick out to Rozier. He gets it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Washington bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. We've got Terry Rozier. Cody Zeller out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Bacon in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Charlotte. 7-point differential. High post Zeller. He's against Hachimura. Here's Bridges. The kick out to Rozier. The pass to Bacon. Shot clock at 5. Zeller inside. He's covered by Beal. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call on Washington with the foul.
And one thing that gives these scouts confidence in Zeller's ability to expand his shooting range is the fact that he's been a solid free throw shooter ever since he's entered this league.
Beal, the pass to Bonga. They grab their own miss.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
Over to the wing. To the inside. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Rozier.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
In the corner, Smith with it. From deep. He doesn't hit that one. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. One-on-one here. Here's Graham. Smith against Bridges. Graham. Great D that time from Beal.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Smith. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Oh, Smith is a fighter, someone who usually doesn't back down from anyone, especially on these types of shots.
Graham, the pass to Bacon. Biombo, he's checked in for the Hornets. John Wall's checked in for Washington. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Zeller with it. Now Beal defending. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Biombo. And it's Biombo with the jam.
Well, this is the kind of teammate Zeller is, willing to give it up when he has guys open.
And Wall kicks to Bryant. Wizards passing it around. And that one's good. Hachimura.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Biombo finds Bridges. Count that one. Zeller's got 4 points in the quarter.
Such a focused, intense competitor. Zeller rising to the challenge.
It's Beal on the wing. Pulls up. Bryant trying to free himself up. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 5 rebounds tonight. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Graham.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
Beal from long range, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 5th assist in this one. Now Hachimura. It's good. And the Wizards lead by 8.
A defender mixes it up with Hachimura, but Rui's physicality gets him through.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And the Hornets making a change here. Washington's checked in. And that one falls for Zeller. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. To the right side. Outside, Beal. The Hornets pull it in. Zeller's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bridges passes to Washington. Back to Bridges. And that'll be 2 free throws. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
He was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. He was measured in his words. He told his players, look, we're doing a lot of good things out there, really good things. Stay confident and stay positive in your approach. Trying to keep their hopes up, Kevin.
Back to Wall. Shot clock at 6. And Bryant kicks to Beal. Fires for 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And what poise from Beal. Phenomenal at stepping up his game in the clutch.
It's stolen by Wall. Over to the wing. Bonga deciding where to go with it. And it's Beal in the corner. The 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Fast break now for Charlotte. Graham kicks to Bridges. Pass to Washington. Back to Rozier. From the arc. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Wizards with the... All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and Dave... So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. And for the Hornets, Washington out there with Bridges. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2. Now, here's Washington. Kicks to Bridges. Clock at 6. To the middle. Pass to Graham. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul outside. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And good that time. Dort's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Thunder.
And a former high-level recruit, Dort went undrafted, but it didn't take him long to make an NBA team and contribute.
Yeah, he played around 20 minutes a game last year for OKC, and he just really prided himself on bringing toughness and defense on a nightly basis. Trust me, there's plenty of other guys on that roster who can do the scoring job, so he settled in nicely and continues to work on being more consistent offensively.
Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Adams. Out to Gallinari. To the paint. Over in the corner, Paul. Here's Adams. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Steven Adams always working the offensive glass, strong and aggressive in there, and gets that second chance hoop.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Now, here is Gallinari. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Back to Paul. 6 to shoot. Pass to Adams. Biyombo with the block. The feed to Bridges. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Adams. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Adams has got his second basket of the night. And taken away by Paul. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Unselfish play of Chris Paul there. Has a knack for knowing when to get his guys when they're wide open. Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Zeller, he's checked in for Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for P.J. Washington. And it's Batum in for Devontae Green. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now, here's Batum. Bacon's shot is off.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
It's 2-on-1. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Count that one.
Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Down low. Outside for Batum. Passes it to Bacon. Schroeder against Rozier. Inside, Zeller. No good there. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. The pass to Noel. Here's Schroeder. Gallinari on the wing. Now the dish to Noel. Back to Gallinari. 5 to shoot. And Gallinari throws it down.
Love to see Gallo close to the rim. He really finishes nicely with that jam.
Hornets trail by 4. Here's Bacon. It's rebounded by Schroeder. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Noel with it. He dishes it to Gallinari. Noel passes to Gallinari. Feeds to Noel. And stolen by Zeller. Here's Bridges. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Muscala. Noel is out there with Ferguson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Diallo in at the shooting guard. Now here's Graham. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Now here's Noel. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And the Thunder with some changes. Adams comes in for Noel. And Chris Paul subbed in for Ferguson. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season. And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Schroeder outside. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Outside for Batum. To the inside. Zeller inside. He's covered by Muscala. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Cody Zeller. Adams right side. And Bacon pulls it down. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Zeller passes to Graham, and Adams sends it back.
And Steven Adams just throwing that one out of the way.
Diallo finds Paul. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Here's Graham. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Thunder have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5.
And Paul played in his 10th NBA All-Star game last year after having missed the event 3 years in a row.
And some of that could have been health, and then obviously some of it was fit with other teams. But this Thunder offense has really played to Chris Paul's strengths and working through a ton of options, sometimes playing deep into the shot clock. Again, highly efficient and one of the best mid-range players, and then working alongside Steven Adams. This has been a bit of a symphony here.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Muscala kicks to Paul. That one's not going to go. And the Hornets now going the other way. Pass to Zeller. Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Washington. Dishes to Graham. Adams brings the double team. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Washington. The putback. Here's Bacon. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Down low, Batum with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Moving it up, out to the wing. Here's Bacon. Adams defending. Zeller passes to Washington. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City. Rambo, he's checked in for Zeller. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Dort's checked in. For Charlotte, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. To the paint and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Some changes for Charlotte. Bridges comes in for Washington, and it's Rozier in for Nicholas Batum. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Gallinari comes in for Mike Muscala. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Diallo. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Chris Paul. Bacon's shot is off. The Thunder with the lead. Passes to Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Now the pass to Dort. Here's Noel. Hornets with the rebound.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants the rock, especially near the rim.
Here's Gallinari. Lays it up and banks it in. Gallinari's got his second bucket tonight. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Pass to Bridges. Graham kicks to Bridges. To the inside, to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. And Devontae Graham with the 3. Graham's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hornets.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Thunder shooting 43% for the game. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Devontae Graham is out there with Terry Rozier. Then it's Bridges. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Washington in at the power forward position.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
And you think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick, going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. And the Hornets making a change here. Batum's checked in, and so he makes both from the line. Paul kicks to Gallinari. Out to the right wing, and it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Zeller, he's checked in for Washington.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Rozier. Drops in the layup for 2. Rozier's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Hornets.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And it's Gallinari missing.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Adams in the high post. Gallinari left side. Can't connect from the right block. Hornets leading by 6. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Kicks it to Gallinari. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gallinari's got 6.
Nice body control there by Gallo. He gets bodied up a little bit and executes that finish flawlessly.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. Pass to Zeller. Poked away, and Charlotte can't hang on to the ball. Bacon, he's checked in for the Hornets. And Adams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Here's Schroeder, and he gets the bucket.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Bacon the pass to Biyombo. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball. The dish to Adams. Trying to find Schroeder. Gets it to him. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Rozier with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Devontae Graham's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Terrence, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Shot good by Diallo.
Well, a definite strength of Schroeder. Seems to have a knack for knowing when to get rid of that ball.
To the paint. Pass to Bacon. He feeds it to Biyombo. And the dunk by Biyombo.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And there's the pass to Bacon. Back to Biyombo. And it's Noel with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Diallo. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the third. With 1 on the clock. Washington, that's good. Washington's got 10 points in the game.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's Charlotte. They're up by 4. And we'll be back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Muscala is out there with Noel. And it's Diallo in at the 3 spot. Now, here is Muscala. Graham defending, and slam dunk by Noel.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Diallo kicks to Muscala. Pass to Ferguson. Back to Muscala. Down low. Here's Noel. And the layup falls.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Here's Bacon, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Muscala, the pass to Noel, and there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's foul number 2 for him. Charlotte making a switch here. Bridges checks in. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Bridges with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And Graham throws it down hard.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Adams right side. Out to Gallinari. Paul outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got his first bucket in this one.
Now for an undersized player, Chris Paul's a pretty good finisher around the rim. Certainly knows all the angles.
Chalk up 2 there. And the Hornets lead by 4.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And Paul gets it to go in.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Graham. And Graham throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
A baseline J, good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Paul.
Man, just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum-changing shot there.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Adams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Miles Bridges. So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Steven Adams does all of the dirty work. I mean, all of it. A defensive anchor, and continues to play with tremendous energy on a nightly basis.
Biombo, he's checked in for Charlotte.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Bridges with the steal. Fast break, here they come. Here's Rozier. The basket is good off the assist from Graham.
A great sign of how confident Rozier is. He wants to be the leader, and you need your leader to come through with buckets like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. And yes, it's good.
Big time shot from Gallinari. This is why he's one of the leaders of the team.
Pass to Biombo. Now here's Adams. to tie it up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Adams taking his time here. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball outside. Shot clock at 6. They now take the lead. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Chris Paul has drained plenty of huge shots in his career. Easy to see why he's so revered.
There's a minute left in the game. Back to Gallinari. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Inside, Biombo. Money!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Here's Paul. It's in!
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Rozier kicks to Green. And here's Biombo. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Dort. Got it.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Randall out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Barrett, and it's Payton in at point guard. And for the Hornets, Bismack Biyombo is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Devontae Graham. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Bridges in its small forward. Now here's Graham. Pass to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Harkless. Here's Gibson. Biyombo with the block.
Well, Biyombo's calling card, right? A terrific shot blocker. Boy, put it in his vicinity. He's sending it back.
Payton, good. Two teams badly needing a win tonight, Greg. Some desperations on both sides.
Yeah, and it's easy to start second-guessing yourself, Kevin. You want to make adjustments, but also stay true to who you are.
Graham finds Washington. Fires the three. And it's Graham missing. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Harkless. It's tipped.
He has the length to send shots back. I like seeing Bridges make his presence felt on this end.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Graham, the pass to Rozier. Charlotte moving it around. Bridges dishes to Biyombo. Here's Rozier. Goes back up. Biyombo. That's good.
We call that persistence, folks. Bismack Biyombo is a force on the offensive glass.
Payton outside. Barrett against Rozier. Randall passes to Harkless. Got a piece of it. Bridges with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Rozier. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Gibson. The Hornets pull it in.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Bridges kicks to Washington. Passes it to Graham. To the left side wing. Rozier looking around. Back to Biyombo. Barrett against Graham. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. New York trailing. Here's Barrett. Misses the layup.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And R.J. Barrett setting records in the ACC for scoring as a freshman. Talk about his offensive package.
Well, Greg, for me, this guy is wired to score. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, and he can pass it. And I think he's at his absolute best when he's attacking the rim. This guy is very solid close to the rim. Biyombo knows when to be assertive on the interior.
Payton outside. Pass to Randall. Kicks to Barrett. Back to Randall. Feeds it to Gibson. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
Charlotte in the lead. The pass to Graham. Here's Rozier. Washington passes to Bridges. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Payton finds Harkless. Now Randall. Back to Harkless. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And it's Washington missing. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Turnaround Jay. Graham with the rebound. So Rozier will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. To the left wing. Back to Washington. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
Barrett dishes to Randall. He kicks it to Harkless. To the middle. Here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, Taj Gibson, a terrific athlete, easily gets off the floor to finish with authority.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Knox out there with Portis. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Then it's Robinson. And it's Ntilikina in at the one spot. Portis tips it back in. Portis has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for New York.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Batum. He's guarded closely.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
Pass to Bacon. The feed now to Zeller. Shoots over Portis. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Portis, the pass to Ntilikina. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Last season, during the hiatus, the Knicks did a retrospective of Linsanity. You remember that stretch in 2012. Jeremy Lin took the league by storm. He said he was floored to be recognized in such a fashion. For New Yorkers who are going through so much, it's a chance to reminisce about some pleasant surprises. Guys?
Great, David. Thank you. Knox the pass to Portis. Doubled by Bridges. It's tipped and stolen by Zeller. Now, here's Bridges. He's tightly guarded. Knicks trail by 4. Robinson passes to Knox. Kicks it to Bullock. Back to Knox. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Absolutely ferocious finish from Mr. Knox. Just salute him.
Passes to Zeller. And pushing it up, here's New York. Bullock, good. Bullock's got his first points in this one.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Pass to Bacon. Knocked loose, stolen by Bullock. And now Knox running the floor all by himself. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, at 6'9", you can see the ability of Kevin Knox to run the floor and finish in transition. That's perfect.
Graham kicks to Bridges. Outside, Batum. Charlotte moving it around. Graham gets a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Graham's got himself on the board with 3 there. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Last year, 90%, and he was right there among the best in the league with that percentage.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Biombo is checked in for Cody Zeller. B.J. Washington comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Rozier in for Nicholas Batum. Biombo, no luck.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And Randall throws it down.
Well, the emphatic finish from Julius Randle. Get off your feet, young sir.
Here's Biombo. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Back to Payton. Down low. Here's Barrett. In the corner, it's Ellington. Five to shoot. Here's Payton. Hornets with the rebound. There's the pass to Bacon. And here is Washington. No good on that one. Great D that time from Gibson.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Stripped away. Pass to Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And that'll do it for the first half. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that'll do it for our
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Charlotte, we've got Devontae Graham. Washington out there with Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Biombo at the 5 down low. Washington can't get it to fall. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They lead by 1. Barrett dishes to Payton. And that one is good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Charlotte shooting 43% from the field. Passes it to Graham. Out to the right wing. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Randall with the bucket.
Off the bounce into the jumper. Julius Randle makes it look easy.
Bridges finds Biombo. Back to Bridges. Pass to Graham. Here's Washington. He's defended by Randall. Washington passes to Bridges. To the wing on the left. Rozier against Payton. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Rozier. Payton dishes to Barrett. To the inside. That shot off.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Here's Biombo. And he gets the... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Portis. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Batum. Rozier the pass to Biyombo. A steal. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Left side Portis. To the paint. Here's Bullock. Misses from close range. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. The kick out to Rozier. Bridges passes to Batum. Here's Biyombo. Charlotte no good that time either. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Hornets trail by 3. Down low. Batum finds Biyombo. Back to Batum. Wants to get it to Zeller and does. Got it. Good job in the low post. Zeller's got his second basket of the game.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Bullock passes to Ntilikina. Now here's Bullock, defended by Batum. And the pass to Portis. Can't hit from in close.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
1:06 left in the third. And Batum kicks to Rozier. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Some changes for Charlotte. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And Bacon subbed in for Miles Bridges. Wayne Ellington's checked in for New York. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Devontae Graham's checked in for Charlotte. And then for New York, Randall's checked in for Bobby Portis. Barrett comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Reggie Bullock. Robinson down low. He's covered by Zeller. Robinson passes to Randall. Over Washington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
Harkless is checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Charlotte trailing. Graham dishes to Zeller. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Ellington. Some nice passing by New York here. Barrett kicks to Ellington. He feeds it to Randall. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Randall's got 5 points now this quarter.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Outside Batum. The third quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 4. We'll be back shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, we've got Randall. Barrett is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Payton in at the point guard position. And then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. That's tipped. Graham with the ball. The game now all-time.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Payton passes to Harkless, and Harkless slams it in.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
And foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. I was able to catch the message James Borrego gave to his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Here's Washington. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Passes it to Payton. He kicks it to Harkless. Back to Payton. Tipped away. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Knocks it loose, and so it's Charlotte with it. Hornets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. It's deflected. High post Zeller goes up, and the dunk by Zeller. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Taj Gibson is a pro's pro. The rugged power forward is known for his consistency. You can count on this guy game in and game out.
And both free throws good from Gibson. The Hornets have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Zeller, and the dunk by Zeller.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Payton kicks to Barrett. Randall with the ball. Washington's on him. Payton dishes to Randall. Got a hand on it. And here is Washington. Pass to Zeller. To the inside. Now, here's Washington. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
And in a tight game like this, a technical can be a killer. And he made sure he took advantage of the opportunity there at the line.
Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. And a switcher also for New York. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. And the dunk by Zeller.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Randall no good. Hornets leading by 4. Bridges, no one around him. No good from outside. Bridges has gone 1 of 4 so far. Here's Gibson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Washington's got 5 rebounds tonight. Rozier the pass to Washington. Rozier with the ball. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Randall grabs the board. The Knicks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. No good from Gibson. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Bridges kicks to Rozier. Charlotte gets it back. Bridges passes to Washington. Sinks the triple. Washington's got the lead up to 7 now for Charlotte.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Graham inside the line. Kept alive. Washington passes to Zeller. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here is New York. So it's the Hornets picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but